is a six-figure earner inside our community. And when she was working her business, she has a full-time job as well. So she was learning to be able to do this just in the nooks and crannies of her busy life. So Wendy, are you with us, my friend?
I am with you.
Hello.
Yay, hello. Okay, so you can see me okay, hear me okay, everything's good?
Perfect.
Great, because I am right now at my fifth wheel camping. So this shows you could do the business anywhere, people. This past week, I've been having some fun here. We've had amazing weather. I'm in Ontario, Canada. The weather's been spot on, amazing. And we've been camping. I've made this past week $10,000 while I'm camping. I've never, like, where can you do that? Where can you do that? Anyways, I digress. I just get so happy because this is everything I was looking for. Any other Canadians here? I did see an Ontario in the chat earlier. So, guys, this is a global business, which I absolutely love. I had a lady from Kenya the other week, and she jumped into this business. Kenya! I don't even know how far that is from Ontario. It just blows my mind, the reach, because like Michelle said earlier, when you open your doors to a global market, that that's what you do, right? That's why you see people and you hear these testimonials of people making this kind of money, because it's not just your little local. Like, I work at a job, a location. We can only get people that comes to our location from a certain radius. People are only going to travel so far to come. But this business, it means you open your doors to the global market. That's why you can make the type of money that you see being presented here tonight. It's just unbelievable. Let me share a little bit about my story. I'm a grandma to three littles. My oldest is turning 8 very soon. I can hardly believe it. I don't know where the time goes. But when when I became a grandma, I don't know about you, any grandmas in the chat, put grandma and you're going to know what I'm talking about. But I love my kids and I loved being a mom, and I it was the most amazing thing in my life. But you become a grandma, it takes it to a whole nother deeper level, like deeper level. My heart went out. I didn't want to miss a single precious moment with my little girls. I, unfortunately, looking back, if I have any regrets over my life, it's the fact that I had to work a lot just to make ends meet. You know, that's life these days, right? Things are so friggin' expensive. And I hear that all the time up here in Canada, especially now. It's just, and it's not getting less. It's not getting less, it's getting more, if anything. And the fact that you need two incomes these days just to survive, let alone thrive, is a reality in life. So we had to work. And I was taught, make necessary sacrifices to provide for your family, and I did. I was raised by a single mom, and she made tons of sacrifices for us. And then I made sacrifices, and unfortunately, a lot of the sacrifices was time with them so that I could provide for them. You know, you got to do like that. That's just the way it is. And so when I had those little grandbabies, I'm like, I want my time back. I want time for those little ones, because we know how fast it goes. When you become a grandma, you're like, what the heck? What the heck? How are my kids having kids? So I wanted my time back. So my journey began looking for alternative ways. I did the home party thing. How many home party people do we got? Lugging my wares from house to house, presenting, and it was fun meeting the ladies. But I thought, if I got to do this into my old age, I don't think I can handle it. Now I want to go to bed at 9 o'clock. I don't want to be out. So I'm like, things weren't working. I made a little bit of money, but again, I sacrificed time. I was away from home, my home. Then I started into the online world. I thought, Yahoo, this gives me more flexibility. And I started with a stupid high ticket thing that was a lot of money, and honestly lost more money than I ever did make. You know, and then I started with affiliate marketing. Michelle was talking about that earlier. And I made a bit of money. I was happy because I actually made some money. Nice date money, a little bit of money for some new clothes. It was lovely. But you know what? It's not life-changing money. It was not going to help me leave my job so I could have more time freedom with my littles. It wasn't going to do it. Well, then I saw Michelle and I heard her say 100% profit. And I thought, what the heck is she talking about? I need to look at this more. So I jumped over, watched the same webinar you guys are watching, learned about it because knowledge is power. It gave me the information to make the best decision for me. And that's why you guys are here. Make the best decision for you. And I saw this and I thought, Shazam, this is what I've been looking for. Where have you been all my life? So I jumped in. I was super stoked and excited. Guys, I've been doing this 6.5 months. I can hardly even believe it. The time has flown. And I've made over $420,000. Can you believe it? Like, I'm a $36,000 a year girl. A yearly wage. It's not spectacular, but it worked. $420,000. I can't, I can't even say more because I can't even wrap my brain around those numbers, right? It's like almost, it's almost like winning the lottery. I mean, it's not like you're working for it, you're doing your daily activities. I'm showing up. I was working, did a little bit before work, bit on my lunch, a bit after work. And all the people at work know that I'm doing this. And I'm actually still working at my 9 to 5. I've cut back my hours because my whole goal was to have my time freedom. But the fact is, I don't work for a corporation. I work for a mom and pop organization, and there's some health concerns there. And I would never, ever leave them in their time of need. So I'm showing up and doing my part to help them because they're like my business family. I've worked there for 25 years. So you know what? I'm doing what I can do for them, and they're allowing me to cut back my hours for me. So it's working good. But all I can say is because I said yes to myself, I took a chance and tried something again, even though my husband was was a little skeptical or a lot skeptical because of everything I've tried before. But he still, I know in his knower, he believes in me. He knows that I could find something that was going to work. And now he's just over the moon. He's over the moon because he's cutting his hours back now too. Yes, I just like, yes. I'm 55 years old. We were short for retirement, and now we're not. Now we're not. I thank the Lord each day that He brought me this, that Michelle said yes years ago, and she started this and she took a chance on herself, which then has a domino and ripple effect down to us and all of us who are presenting tonight. It's amazing. Thank you, Michelle, for what you do, showing up every day. She has the most integrity that I've ever seen. And I've tried different businesses, so I've been around the block, people. When you've been around the block, you know what you have when you have something good. And this is unlike anything you've ever experienced in the online space. So if you're questioning whether this is for you, you're here tonight, that's a sign it's for you. Because I can tell you 1,000%, it's radically changed my life, our family life, and it's rippling down to my grandkids because it's changing their life because they have their grandma back. And grandpa, they have their papa back too. So thank you, Michelle. It's such an honor to be able to share. It's such an honor. Thank you, guys, all the way from Ontario, Canada.
Oh my goodness, thank you for being here. So I just have to ask you a question because that's just how I feel. But don't you feel alive again? Like,
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it just radiates from the inside out. Like just, yeah, you know it.
yeah. Did you ever think you could have so much fun making money and impacting lives?
No, not at all. Like, because I wake up and when somebody decides to do this, I just feel like, the other things I tried, there was just, I liked 80% of it maybe, and 20% of it just didn't sit right with me. It just, but I was like, okay, well, I guess that's the nature of business, right? Then I came across this and it was like, this is 100% me. I feel 100% confident when I share this with others that it's the best thing for them. Like 100,000%. There's no like none of that. It just I get so friggin' excited because when I see somebody going to start to change their life and the impact it can have in their family and the ripple effect, oh my goodness. Nothing like it. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you, Michelle.
I love that so much. Oh, I can feel you. And it's just, you know, the money, you guys, is the byproduct. It's the family. And it's like she said, or the retirement's taken care of now, and she's got her life back, and her husband's able to cut his job, and she can work now to help them, not because she has to. And that's, you go to work a little bit different when you work like that, don't you?
You do, you work because you're helping, and not because you have to, because you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different feeling. Totally different.
Yeah, awesome.